Okay, hello. What is up, YouTube? This is an update. It's been a little bit. I fell into a slump and didn't really have any motivation to really work on it, but also I didn't have any creative. I didn't have any ideas on what to do, which sort of makes it a little bit difficult to work on something creative when you don't have anything to do. It's not entirely done right now. I'm currently missing hole number 9, which really sucks, but everything else should be done. So I'm just going to go through everything that is done so far, and then when I get to the newest stuff, I'll talk more in depth about it. I don't think I showed off hole 4 last time, but I'll just go over that one. So we have the normal hole 1, where there we go. So we have hole 1, which is the normal, just Jack. Jack, I need you. Jack, I need you to. I hate them. I hate the NPCs in this. I haven't done this hole in a while. No idea where that went. Oh, shit, okay. Still planning on, once this is done, trying to get a big video of everything together. So we have the first hole, which follows you through the Eye of Cthulhu. The big bad Eye of Cthulhu, and the normal platform base that people will use for it. Then we have, oh, her being as dangerous. We have hole number 2. The Corruption and the Eater of Worlds. Now let's hit it off the door, just because I can. Okay. Didn't expect that. But we did it. Par 3. I got it in one. Okay, I need these people to not go to your room. Go to your. No, now she's on. Okay, looks like we're doing it at nighttime until I need to show something above the ground. Switch it. Well, no, I don't really need it right now. So hole 3 is for Skeletron in his dungeon. It tells you that it's to the left, just inside the actual dungeon, which is right here. We're using some water candles to light it up. I'm actually going to take off my armor because I don't want any extra light being shown to give away secrets, and so I can show actual lighting. This sign will tell you that sometimes the area around a hole might hold a secret or a shortcut. For that, I'm not going to actually use it, but there's one right up in that corner. Normally the player might find it out, but I'll just be like, oh, what is that? There's a hole. I can hit it up. And it cuts all the way down through to the bottom. It's not a guaranteed hole in one, but it can be. Normally you just hit the ball down, and you follow it through the dungeon. This can also be a hole-in-one. I've gotten a hole-in-one off of just hitting it down here before. It's not a guarantee, it's not always. It's mainly just the way the ball bounces and the fact that it keeps going down, that it keeps gaining new momentum to throw it all the way down to the very bottom of the actual hole. Normally this hole the hole gains most of its power 3 from once being actually down here and getting it into this hole, because normally the ball just gets stuck down here. Like that. I haven't touched many of these beginner holes in a good hot minute. Because when I have been working on it, I've been working on, that's annoying. When I have been working on it, I've been working on the end stuff. So this is supposed to show I'm also really bad at golf and really bad at judging distance. I'm just bad at this. Just gonna... There we go. Come on, come on. God damn it. There we go. 7 strokes. Not par, but it's okay. Everything's all good. And we got hole 4, the hive, where you would go to fight the queen bee. There's nothing really super special about this. Shouldn't be really anything on the spine. Tells people that in case they didn't know that the wedge is good for hitting it up. I was a little bit sad. Originally, all of these little things were going to be full of honey, but I basically found out after testing it that if you do that, the ball ain't going to go anywhere, so it's not a good idea. It is possible to get this as a hole-in-one. I've never actually done it. There's not supposed to be honey in that one. I don't know what it is. Honey keeps just randomly spawning into these. If you are playing through the level yourself and you find that has honey in it, I suggest just getting rid of it or just avoiding it. You can leave it in there if you want, but it shouldn't. When I save and pull the level file out, I'm going to make sure that all of them are empty before that, so that it should be the file that people can download can be just this hole without any honey. Which would mean me telling you I would try not to just be in the world too much unless you're ready to play it. The other nice thing is these hive blocks seem to take away a lot of your horizontal momentum, not your vertical, so that you can still hit it up and it will bounce, but it just won't have much of the horizontal. So like it'll still basically just, unless it hits the edge, the side. Actually, this can be a good showcase to show why I recommend, or it won't be. Or we can just watch me be terrible at Terraria golf, because I'm not actually really thinking too much and I'm trying to have that good commentary. Oh, we're playing Terra Bulb. We'll come back to you later. Probably about hole 7, if I remember the number correctly. It was really nice because, so I'm really bad at art. Well, that worked. So yeah, normally you just hit it up here. There is this hole in the top for players to be able to try and hit their ball down and in. The other fun thing is this hole is not a guaranteed hole-in-one because it can bounce off the side and then go out. There's no lips on these because I tried it with the lip and I didn't like the feel of it. Testing, I didn't like the feel of it, so I took them off. Yes, that means the hole can be a little bit harder, but never said this was easy. This hole is basically just the same. You can see I have echo blocks on the side to show off the fact that I didn't want people to actually leave. I use echo blocks a lot as blockades for the players. I have this sort of little platform here just so that in case people have like mobs turned on and like they don't have mobs actually turned off yet. In case like lava slimes come through, they'll get killed. You can kill them, and then the lava doesn't just fill the track and ruin it. Makes it icky. Ah, damn it. Same with that one. That's for if lava slime's down here. You kill the slime. The lava won't actually ruin anything that's down here, but the lava has some place to flow. See, like if you notice, the iron can't hit it anywhere. That's because the silt counts as sand, which is what the wedge is for, because wedges are great. I never managed to do this before. Damn it. I'm doing like all these calculations in my head as to where see, that's the other reason I put it right here, is because it doesn't give you a straight up to hit it in. It makes it so like the player has to sort of ricochet it, and God, do I get upset with myself. And that's why that little block is there, to make people think, oh, I can hit it like that. No, you can't. No, you can't. I'm actually just gonna play through all of these holes completely so I can give that full playthrough sort of vibe, besides the last hole. But also you can right click to cancel your swing, which is really helpful, especially if you realize halfway through that, oh, I have the wrong putter. God, that's the other thing is I look at this hole. This is probably my least favorite hole to do myself just because of this last piece. Um, I was gonna change it up, and then I had a friend come test it, and my friend was sinking it basically every single time without fail. And so, if he can do it, I figured I'm just bad at golf. There's bound to be somebody else out there that can do it. I need to stop hitting it that direction because I keep hitting it the same way every time, and it's just not working for me. Can I like sneak it? I can't sneak it. Damn. I'm gonna try it again. Hitting it too hard. I don't really learn that well. I don't learn from my mistakes. Congrats, I got a 15. What was the part? I'm not really remembering. I don't want to feel bad, so I'm not gonna go back and look. What was that? 5. What hole was that one? That was 5. It's par 7. I got a 15. Here we got hole 6. This one I was excited for. This is what I spent a lot of time building today. I made Plinko. Originally, I didn't want to make a Plinko level, but then I was sort of losing my ideas. So that's the other thing. The timers don't stay on when I leave and when I come back, so the first thing you have to do when you get back to this level is come over here and right-click both of these timers. Yeah, and then we got Plinko going. We got this conveyor belt. I made an elevator system. This took me about, I want to say, a combined total of a day just to get working, because for some reason, it was working, and then it broke, and then it wasn't working, and it broke. This hole is actually the hole that made me not want to work on anything anymore, because I had this whole different plan so I didn't have to build a Plinko level, and then it didn't work, mainly because the elevator stopped working. So then I scrapped that, and now we're back to Plinko. It's par 1, in case you do it. In this chest we have whistles. In case your ball gets caught in a place you can't get it out, you use a whistle. So the main spot that would happen for is these little side holes. Plinko normally has it where the best case scenario for you to get is in the middle. All the bad ones go out, the worst ones being on the furthest on the outside. The worst ones are these outside ones where you have to take an extra stroke by using your whistle to pull it back. Yeah. I normally suggest just using the putter for this, because you don't really need to hit it too hard. You don't want it to go over. Yeah. Look. The elevator. So if you, like, something people might notice is that there's another conveyor belt right here, but there's not on any of the other side ones going up. I don't know why. If that one wasn't here, it didn't work for me. But if it's there on every other hole, every single one up, it also didn't work. So I had to have it in just the one for it to work. Now this probably is not the best version of an elevator you could make, but it's the one I stuck on. Because it worked for me. It's cool. Now the other issue is it's Plinko that keeps going on its own. It can take a long time, which can be fun. I could probably leave, go off just to start showing off the hole, and eventually, unless it lands in one of like these little stop gaps, it'll tell you, hey, and I can even just watch it from here. So you can also have it. One thing I haven't been able to do yet is I'm trying to organize a group session with all my friends. Also, sometimes the ball will fall, but that's the nice thing about it all being conveyor belts. It'll just keep going. I'm trying to find time and schedule a bunch of friends together so I can get like 8, 9 people preferably all in here to just do one big. Please. No. Okay. To get one big like golf tournament of just us playing through my level. which I'm really excited for, and I do still want to do once everything's finally finished, which I'm going to go back and finish, and I'll give an update on when it's done. But I want to get a bunch of people, and this is the hole I'm really excited for, because I want to get like 9 different colored balls all going through this at the same time of just them all going, because that's a nice thing. With the colored balls, they actually glow a little bit, mainly for you, but also sort of for other people. This is probably gonna be the last one I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it this one last shot opportunity. That's the other thing. It will get caught sometimes in the blocks, which it will do that thing where it just stops. Please work. No. Can't even just go into the edge so I can show it off. Okay. Yeah, so we'll just. That's the other thing. I can show off the whistle. So like if I pull the whistle out, see, this is where I last hit it from. So it pulls back. It doesn't put it on the P because it counts as a stroke. Now, if I get it in through here, it should count as 3. I'm gonna wait, let this one play it. Okay, that didn't work. I'm just gonna whistle it one more time. That's the other fun thing, is if you follow it, like if I don't click anything or touch anything, and I just follow it, it will stop if it hits that, where it freezes in a block. If it doesn't freeze in a block, it'll just keep following it. You'll follow it up the elevator, everything. It's actually pretty cool looking. If you don't want the chance for it to freeze, you can just turn off the timers. It's up to you. You can play without the timers. I suggest playing with them. Makes it more interesting. Makes it so it's not always different and your ball can hit and go differently. It was built with the timers. I suggest using it with the timers. Oh, come on. Is this maybe the run? Is this the run? I'll say 5. Yep. Since I used the whistle twice, it adds on an extra stroke, so I got a 5. Then we can go back. Hole number 7. This is Plantera. Now this hole. I have to give it to my friend Devin. He really helped me with this one. I am not an artist. I am not good with art. I'm not good with pixel art. And he is brand new to Terraria. He does not play Terraria. He knows basically nothing about Terraria. I don't think he's ever done a full playthrough of Terraria. But he has the game, so he was helping me build out as much as I could. I showed him a Plantera bulb once, and he sort of tried his best to build a replica of it. I think it looks really good. We used pink ice because I don't have any other pink blocks. I have pink gel, but I don't have the pink slime blocks because for some reason I found out I don't have the solidifier from the king slime. Because apparently I've never fought the king slime on a journey mode world, and I don't have any rubies to force the king slime to spawn. So we just used pink ice. Now the other thing, we couldn't use, there's no pink ice walls, so we just used actuators to push them into the background to get rid of it. And then so you hit the ball down, it goes through here, there's a bunch of offsetting sides for it to fall into. Well then, I like a Plantera bulb. And then it comes down here, there's multiple paths, you can go up and over, you can go up and down. And then he made one of these little enraged Plantera grabbers attacky things that hit you. Either that, or you can also look at it as, it's just enraged Plantera, which is also just as terrifying. And it has its little purple flag tongue, because there's no pink flags. I wish I just made white flags, and then I could dye the flags whatever color I wanted. That would have made it so much easier, but you know. Can't get everything I want. I got this update, that's good enough for me. That's the other thing, you can head off to the side. The leaves slow down the ball a lot. So this is where the wedge comes in handy. Okay, that's the putter. I'm an idiot. There's no real easy, good way for me to hit it out that way, so we're just gonna take my iron and hope. Hell yeah. Ball falls down, gets caught right on here. Let's use the iron. Just get it out. the wedge this time to get it. Right there. That's the other thing. One of the things that we definitely use is the darkness as a hider. So like, yeah, you can see that there's a thing over there, but normally you can't. So you might look at this and go, there's a dead end, but there's a hole. So I could risk it by taking the extra shots, and then it ends up not being a hole. Or I can just do it. Hell yeah, 7 strokes. That course is like a par 5 if I remember correctly. Then we got hole 8, the golem. So this takes place inside the temple. For me, one of the things is I hate the golem. The golem is my least favorite boss in Terraria. I just have never enjoyed it. Mainly because I play summoner, and by the time I'm fighting golem, I don't have good summoning weapons, because normally everyone's like, let's kill Plantera, and Plantera sucks to fight as a summoner, and then immediately just wants to go fight golem. So I've never liked golem. I'm noticing I haven't put a par here. The par will be updated. I didn't update it because I want more people to test it, because God, is this hole long. This hole is long. The cup is down here. You have to go all the way around. It is long. It is mean. The bounces here are mean. You have to hit it right, or else it might just come back to you. Currently, the par is looking like it'll be, I want to say like a 15, 16 par, which is a lot. Actually, no, it'll probably be like 19. Like, if, like, see those those bounces, terrible. Like, this hole is probably gonna be like an 18 par, because like, if you know, like, the only way you're gonna really, like, you have to take advantage of like every single little hidden bounce or whatever, but then also like you can get screwed because the ball might just hit it too hard and it goes flying, and it can be mean. Like, one of the things I didn't actually hit was there's a hole right here which will lead you through, and should, if you get it right, bounce and then goes over, so you don't have to waste an extra hit hitting it here. But if you do, if I can make it, I did not make it. Oh, that doesn't matter. There's a hole right here that you can hit it up through. We use the darkness to try and shroud. That's why there's not too many lights. Normally you just take the light. Use the lighting to your advantage. The bounces equate for like half the reason that this hole is hard. If I was to get rid of all the different bounces that people could take, I could make this hole probably a lot shorter. But I like that. That's mean. That one block there, I could solve a lot of problems by just getting rid of that row. Do I want to? No. Because I like the way that it works, and I like that this is mean because it represents to me how the golem boss fight is just an asshole, and it's not fun. And the golem's a bad boss. I hate its design. People can fight me on that, I don't really care. There's another hidden path right up here that I can't really show off too well anymore because I landed down here. Can I make it over? Yeah, we can. We can do it. We can make it over. Or you know, just not be able to make it over. This hole is actually just, I hate. Part of me hates the way this hole turns out. Part of me loves it. There's like the evil person in me that loves how much of a pain this hole actually is. And there's like the nice, kind person, which is like, why did you do this? Why did you make it this way? I love it. I like it. And it's not being changed. I might add in like 1 or 2 shortcuts based on feedback I get from when I finally be able to get my other friends to test this, because everyone was busy today for some reason. I don't know why everyone is busy today, but they are. So. This one hole is going to make this video so much longer. That and Blinko. Mainly because I also missed, like, the best shortcut. Because there's a whole entire shortcut right up in this little corner that cuts all of this. Weirdly enough, it doesn't really save you normally too much time unless you're good at putting. And see, look at that. It comes all the way back. I could have just hit it once down here and probably bounced it and had a better outcome. But, you know. And then this one, that was just me trying to ricochet it off and hopefully have to skip another thing. That's the other thing. You can make this hole a lot easier by not trying like that. That just bounces so nicely. That's the other thing. If you notice, unlike most of the holes, these blocks aren't slanted, which means it's harder to get in. I'm now also hitting it like, also there's pressure plates everywhere in this room to sort of give the player a little bit more anxiety, because anyone who's gone through the golem knows that these traps that are here are assholes. They are mean, and they mess your day up really badly. Now, some people might be wondering, why am I not actually aiming to get into the hole? Because this hole has traumatized me just from me doing it today. I've done this hole like 13 times at least today just to try and get an idea on the par. I had my friend do it. I've done it myself at least 13, and I've watched another probably like 12 attempts at it. Because I had two friends just do it over and over again. Well, I didn't necessarily ask them to do it. 27 strokes. I got nothing. That's terrible. But it's great. Now, 9, if you notice, doesn't actually work. Hole 9 is probably going to be up here, and we're going to go island skipping, probably. So far, that's the idea, is we're just going to go island skipping, hopping across. I have it all planned out. I just haven't pushed it yet and done it. It will be done. My main issue with it is because the idea I wanted to do turns out also doesn't work. I have all these technical ideas with teleporters and stuff, and then when I go and test it today, it doesn't work. So that's fun when the whole entire idea you had for your final hole of hopping through all the different quote-unquote dimensions of the pillars to then get to the void one where it's like, hey, it's Moonlord style with the monoliths, because monoliths make it the background look like it was of the pillars in the Moonlord fight, which I really wanted to do, but turns out wasn't working for me. So yeah, it will be done, and I will post an update when it is. Thank you, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.